All right, the time has come. I'm tired of this thing sitting here. So it has sat here long enough. It has been 15, 16 years this car has been sitting here, and I did a lot of suspension work on it several years ago when I actually first started this channel. Is one of the things I was working on, was doing all the suspension upgrade, tubular control arms, new control arms in the back, and whole lot of work. And then it did a front disc conversion on it. It had drums on the front. Now it's got disc brakes around on the front. I still want to do one in the back, but probably not. Anyways, give a little bit of background on it while let me spin this camera around. All right, give just a little bit of background on it, why it has sat here. The motor started knocking. You can't really hear it when it just sits here and runs and rivet up. It sounds perfectly fine, but when you get it out on the street and you add, the driving pressure to the motor is all I can really figure. You can hear it knocking, and I do not want to hurt this motor. That's the main thing why it's set, because this is the original motor to this car with the original transmission and the original rear end, all matching VIN to this car. So it's a very worth motor not to hurt. I don't want to hurt none of the drivetrain. So that's the thing. So that's why I parked it. Later on down the road when I'm gone, this car with the setup it's got, it'll be worth something to somebody later on for my daughter to get rid of it. And but before that time comes, I want to enjoy it. Me and the wife want to enjoy it. That's the whole main thing. I'm just tired of it sitting. I've talked about going up to Pigeons Forge to the Pontiac show. I would love to do that. I've talked about power touring over the years, and this would be a perfect car for that. Just a good cruising car. This is not a drag car by no means, and it will never be that. I've tried to start setting it up more of a pro touring style car with a suspension and whatnot. That way it will hold in the curves. I've already changed the suspension to tubular control arms in the front. I've changed out the rear end suspension, new springs in the back, everything of that's already been done. I've did a front disc conversion kit on this car. So I've done a lot of work since it has sat here, but I've started the interior in it. That's one thing I've got to finish up. The interior's out. I've dyno matted the whole interior of the car. I still need another box to go up in here and over into the trunk to get that done. I've started building a console for it there. A lot of things I've started but not finished, but it's time. The car's running rough. I think I got some trash in the garbage can, in the gas tank. I went and got some filters. I'm going to put filters on the lines, get it back on. I'm going to change the carburetor back. I've changed the carburetor once trying to figure out why it's running like crap. We figured out that we got a few vacuum leaks that we just need to address, and me and my dad was talking. There's a lot of vacuum lines going here to there that need to be straightened out properly, and then get the car running back proper. Need to check the transmission fluid. I didn't like it. There's a little rust on the dipstick. I need to, once I get it back running, a lot of maintenance on it. Getting the transmission back, take the pan off, drain the fluid, put new fluid in it since it's been sitting, like I said, over a decade, almost two. So it's time this time. But we're going to get this thing back on the road and going again. I'm tired of Casper just sitting here. So it's time for him to be back out and driving and enjoying it again, just like we do with the Mustang. I got a lot of stuff done with the Mustang. The bars, I'm still waiting on the A-pillar bars. They have not come in yet. So, it is what it is. We got the new harness in place. I did that last weekend. Actually can drive this. We might do that today, get this thing out. I got to go to the parts house and get plugs. I'm sure plugs, wires or not wires, but at least plugs in the cap. I'm going to take a few more plugs out and see what they look like, and go from there. All right, let me get busy. I'm just rambling. We're going to get the LeMans back on the road and looking good again. Show y'all where we're at on this thing. I got the plugs out. Now that's probably about half my problem right there. These things are cooked. They're done for. I might be able to clean them off. I think I'll try that. I think I could try cleaning them off. We got a little over there. I don't know if you can see the dial. Not gonna zoom in, but they all look that way, man. They're cooked. Probably just might as well eat it up and go get some more. Alright, let me get this carburetor off, which these are super simple on this. It's just 4 bolts. Throttle linkage ain't nothing to this. Gas line right there. We use Elderbrox on all of our other cars. Are simple. They're real easy carburetors to work on. Simple to tune. So, alright, well, cool beans. Let me get this carb off and swap back out. Alright, Papa Bear cleaned all my plugs for me. Took them in there on the sandblaster. Sandblasted them off. So they all look pretty good. I went over and checked made sure all the gaps. A couple of them are off. I gapped them all at 40. I took the cap off. The cap's clean up underneath there. It looks good. So just messed up plugs, and I think because we had a few vacuum lines off, I think that might have been our other issue. So we're gonna put these plugs in and then pour a little gas in and see if we can get it to fire up. Okay, we are back up and running. The exhaust leak sounds terrible, but it's a manifold. I have plans for all that coming, so. But me and Dad got out here, got it. We're gonna let it warm up. Need to adjust the carburetor, and but it sounds way better now. It's not all shaky. And besides the exhaust leak, the manifold leak, I know I got, but it sounds good. Sounds good. Alright, we're gonna let this thing warm up. I got we'll go through it. I have what I put right there. I got a carburetor vacuum gauge, for the air. Simple, we'll go through with it and vacuum set it. Alright, well, cool beans, let me let this thing warm up and get everything checked. Got the Mustang out. Everything we're running perfect. We're just gonna go around the block, not do a whole lot of shenanigans. I didn't bring the mount for the phone, so I can't do a ride along with me. So all right, let me pay attention to what I'm doing. Alright, we have got this thing, which I think the alternator might be bad. We had it running, and now for some reason the battery's dead. So we're getting the battery charged back up on it, but it's running great now. It sounds a lot better. We just need to do the final tuning to it. Get that done, and then I'll start changing everything. We got the Mustang out, y'all seen a while ago. And for some odd reason, I had some wiring messed up on it, but I got that shorted out. I didn't show you all that, but I don't know what the heck I did. I mean, it was even marked, and I had it hooked up wrong, but I don't know. Beyond me how I did it. But anyway, we got it straightened out. We got this thing pretty much back up and running. It's not where I want. Like I said, we going through the whole thing. If I pull in the motor, whole 9 yards. I got to get stuff for the transmission, which I can't do it this week. Money's tight this week, so next week or the week after, I might be able to start rounding up the parts we need. Like I said, I'm gonna change the transmission filter, and me and Dad sitting here letting everything warm up, and we was doing our adjustments. You could hear it in there, so it's something we're gonna have to do to knock over the past the exhaust leak. It's hard to hear it, but when you're standing here, you can hear it when you're standing here. So I said it's something that's going to have to be addressed. And it doesn't smoke, and none of that. Wow, there it is, just pouring. But it doesn't smoke, so we might get by with just pulling it out, flipping over, put some cranking rod bearings in it, and see if that fixes it, or just say the heck with it, and since it's out, and just get it done. Well, I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I'm gonna close up shop. It is, wow, it is really doing it out there. But look at that corn. Well, I ain't got to water. I mean, this has been an every afternoon occurrence here, which is cool beans with me. The garden loves it. But, all right, well, cool beans. I hope y'all enjoy. I know this wasn't really nothing. We just tinkering and going back and forth, but it's something, like I said, I've been meaning to get done for a long time, and it's put it off, and putting it off is no more. So it is time to get her back up, and Casper back up and running. So I hope y'all enjoy. This is getting long. I'm just a rambling. So I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll holler at y'all taters later.